Okay, guys, so we today are going to learn about, I'm going to draw the pen with the pen tool, so you guys get a reiteration, another lesson on that. Spatial organization. So again, these are on the desktop, these images I got from the internet. Grab it, drag it in so I can use this, because again, the reason that you would draw this for a client is because it's pixelated, it's a photograph, it can't be read by other machines. These are just pictures. Go to my layers, and down here I've got the option to create a new layer so I can make sure I get these on separate layers. Clicking on that, you can see it's blue. There's the blue indicating that it's on layer 1. I'm going to move it to layer 2. Now I'm going to name this apple, and I'm going to name this turtle. And I'm going to lock the apple in place, get a new layer, click the layer, drag it on top. This one is going to be the image. Okay. Zooming in. Letter P is a quick key for the pen tool. And beginning of a curve, end of a curve. Beginning of this long curve, end of this long curve. Command key will give me the last tool I selected, which is the direct selection tool. I'm going to go get rid of the fill so I can see how I'm doing. And I don't need a stroke because I've got this green highlighting the edge. Beginning of a curve, end of a curve, slight handles to get the back part here to contour. Beginning of this curve, end of this curve right here, short handles. Beginning of this curve, and I think I can get it if I go all the way up here. Drag it, end of the curve. And control key. I'm getting confused because I'm doing crossing over from PC to Macintosh. So that's option, get the corner to handle, get the handle to be independent of the, in other words, a corner point. See how the handles are working independently. Command key allows me to get this and go and contour this. And again, if you do a good job of this, this and this being on a symmetrical curve should look the same negative space, the same length of the handles, and that's pretty good right there. Now if I click this and I look at this, that's a smooth anchor point. And if I do this, you'll see that it's going to go out here and come back. So I have to convert this. So option key or alt key in PC, turn that. This becomes the beginning of a curve, end of a curve. White arrow is the command key again, last tool. Modify the handle to get this to contour nicely. Beginning of a curve, end of a curve. And you can withdraw this a little bit. You can reposition this. Pull the handle down a little bit. And for our purposes, that's pretty good. We'll go with that. I selected this turtle by mistake, so I'm going to go and lock the turtle and put the eye out. I don't need it right now. Space bar, or on yours, it's 2 fingers on the mouse pad, on the sensitive pad. I don't know what you call that thing. But at any rate, I'm going to go and draw this. Click and drag, alt key or option key, corner point. Click and drag, alt key, option key, whichever you use. Circle, close the shape. Command key, grab the handle itself and reposition it, and then just modify the length of the handles to get it to work out. And you can do that all the way around here if you like. Okay? That's good enough for our purposes. So, there's the pen. Now I can get rid of this, and I want to show the turtle. So the lesson is a couple fold. I'm going to grab this and drag this over here. I'm going to get this and drag it over here. I'm going to make a copy of it. And I want to grab a copy of this, click and hold, and drag a copy over here. Okay, so show you the mistake. What we're going to do is we're going to put this turtle picture inside of the apple, and I'm going to reduce it down so that it's not so big. Oops. Okay. I'm going to get rid of this and just drag this one over. Excuse me a second. Okay, so I want to put this inside of the apple and the leaf. The leaf is the last thing I drew. I select them all with a click and a drag with my black arrow. It selects everything. And then I'm going to go to Object, Clipping Mask, Make. Quick keys, Command 7 or Control 7 in PC. What just happened? It pasted it and the apple, Command Y, Control Y. Everything is there, but everything went inside of the leaf because the leaf was the last shape drawn, and the apple and the leaf are behaving as two individual shapes. Okay? So again, this is what happens if you do it the wrong way. If I go over here and I grab the apple and the leaf, shift click, and you can right click, and you can go to make what's called a compound path. You can go here, you can go under Object, Compound Path, Make, or you can simply go Command 8. And the thing with Command 8 is that this now behaves like one shape. Watch. And if I hit the Shift key on the picture, and then I do a clipping mask, which again is a right click, clipping mask, or I can go to simply just do Command or Control 7. Once I've got the image inside, I can grab with the white direct selection tool within the contour of the apple and grab the picture and move it around. I can also size it up if need be, and then reposition. Okay, so that's the difference between a compound path and a straight clipping mask. Compound path allows you to get multiple shapes to act like one so that you can get a photograph inside of all of them simultaneously. Lastly, I'm going to draw a building quick. And I'm going to draw a square to indicate a window, a graphic window. And I'll click and hold, and I'll drag copies. Control Y to see the outline motion or outline version. Control D, Control D, Control D. That's how you duplicate. Now I'm going to grab these. Shift click and drag over the building itself. Let's get rid of this. This is in the way for me right now. Okay, once again, grabbing the windows, shift clicking and dragging over the building itself. Click and hold, drag copies downward. Let go of the mouse, let go of your keys. Control D, Control D. Just going to eyeball this. It needs to be a little bit to the left to center it up. Okay, I'm happy with that. Marquee over all the windows. Control Y. I don't know what just happened. I think I might have made a clipping mask by mistake. That's exactly what I did. So I hit all of it and I hit Control 7 instead of Control Y. Easy to mistake. They're right next to each other. Okay, these are all individuals. Notice how they all have dots in each one of the windows. And I can go in here and add a color. Okay, but if I hit a gradient and I do the radial gradient like this, you can see what happens. I want to go and create a nice blue color. I'll drag this out, get my gradient out here, and drag the slate blue in. Click on this, drag it off, and you can see right there that looks pretty good, except I want it to go light to dark over the entirety of all of them. And it's not going to work. I have to hit Control 8, or again, compound path, and then over here I can get my gradient tool, and that's the annotator right there, the gradient annotator, and I can click and I can drag straight up. And with this annotator, you can go and drag the gradient to be however you want it to be modified. Here's the white down here. You can make it shorter gradient, more decisive, or you can make it smooth and gradual. It's your call. Okay? And I'm going to go and grab this and drag this one over here. And now I'm going to go and undo the mask on this. And I'm going to get this picture and make it go over the entirety of the side of this building. Maybe we're looking into another reality where the turtle is flying in outer space. Because it's a compound path, that picture went in all the boxes simultaneously. Okay, so that's a compound path. What is a compound path? It is multiple shapes behaving as one. What is a clipping mask? It's when you get an image and you put it inside of a vector shape. And that's all there is to this lesson, okay?